Well, I seen the end coming for the aluminum siding game.
Shout out to
so
Brampton
I took a mail
peeps.
course and
Fuck
learned
this
how
game.
to be a plumber. Now, there's a business that never lets up. You'd be
How could you
surprised
say
what
you're
people
Brampton
flush down
and
for.
consider yourself a serious player?
Nice to
I bet you don't even play Harvester.
Hello there, youngster. They say them aliens I was telling you about? Well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers clam?
Them aliens is wily, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system.
Alarm system.
Pastorelli
like
shelled
that.
out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it to the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens... Anytime.
No, I wasn't done in there. I would like to please collect some things. Yeah, what are we saying here? Well, if that don't beat all. I'd just like to converse with you. I don't.
Who are these? Then
That's right. When I... That's why... Frankly, all these questions are making me a little suspicious of you. Maybe you're one of those pink-blooded Americans. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't shoot you right now?
Not really.
I appreciate your honesty, comrade.
Ah, fuck. I lost again, somehow. Look at this fucking tired skeleton. Yo, I'm sick of this shit. Okay,
Hey,
gotta
Steve,
remember
I'm
to
Jimmy.
save. Yo, fuck you, kid. What's so sick about your name?
Well, Whoa!
Lodge.
Only initiates may enter the hall of the Order of the Harvest
It's
Moon.
the claw.
did you say something?
I did not speak, but my mind touched yours.
Telepathy. But how?
Only those who seek enlightenment warrant my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge?
Yep.
Forbidden
What kind of knowledge?
The forgotten pleasures, and pleasures
Pleasure
as
cult.
yet undiscovered.
That sounds
But
nice.
such is not for the likes of you. Not yet. You must first fill out an application to be considered for initiation into the mysteries.
Why should I fill out
Members
paperwork?
of the Order are privy to many hidden truths.
Such as?
They know what the trees whisper to the wind to make it howl. They know what the worm knows as it
Okay, guy.
when you find the path.
You gotta find some secrets. What that beast is. I want to beat the fuck out of him, but I think he can kill me right away. Let's do it! Wrestle me, motherfucker!
Have you
Not yet.
No.
whether you do or not.
Let's talk to the Popo. Bug report.
Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Dwayne, and this here is Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Then, we haven't met before?
Of course we have, but I heard about your alleged amnesia and figured I'd play along. I sure hope this is just a prank, and not the start of some insanity plea. Keep your nose clean, or you'll wind up in jail, and that's no place to hold a wedding.
Tell me more about this jail.
Now, that's a place you don't want to wind up, boy. We've got a 3 strikes and you're out rule here in Harvest. You get arrested the 3rd time, you never get out of jail
We
alive.
kill you in jail.
So don't go committing any crimes, boy. Amnesia or no, I'll lock you up pronto.
Whether you got disabilities or not, we're putting you in jail. If I catch
Why do
you.
you want to break your poor mama's heart with all this amnesia bunk?
I'm telling you the truth. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve.
I can't remember that either.
Boy, you need to stop all this funning and get serious. You've got a wedding coming up soon. Heck, you should be thinking about your career and about joining the lodge.
I would like to meet my wife.
Stop on by any time,
Yeah,
Steve.
well,
Anything I can
Yeah.
help you with?
that coffee sure smells good.
Help yourself.
Help yourself.
Speaking of which, you're real lucky to be marrying Stephanie. She don't look like a good
What?
woman. I just hope she don't turn out like Mrs. Loomis, or mercy forbid Mrs. Phelps. Good women can be awful hard on a man's needs, don't you know?
This guy wants to fuck. Saws. Cause you're not getting fuck. Fuked.
Don't know what you mean, kiddo.
It's okay. It's alright.
Oh gosh darn, she's purty. Kinda like a gal I seen on some of them French postcards they used to make. Used to be, I'd take them things, go back into jail if nobody was there and kind of look them over with a hand, fold some towels.
Thank you for volunteering
That was
this.
before Mrs. Loomis.
Jesus told me so.
Of course, I don't necessarily mean French postcards. That's just what we called them in my day. Any
Now we
kind of
probably
girly
call them
picture
pussy
book,
books.
the kind men like, would be just dandy. I'd be right grateful, kiddo, if you were to bring me one.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, tell her. Tell.
Gosh,
that's-
I
yeah.
wish I had some of them girly pictures. I still remember the time she caught me. With eyes.
Black widow spiders.
Is that any way to treat a man? And Mrs. Phelps and the sheriff don't make it no easy.
His wife caught him
Anytime,
masturbating.
kiddo.
That's the evidence room, where we store items lifted from crime
Don't
scenes.
go looking around.
It's kept locked at all times. There's things in there that could make people jump through hoops, if I wanted.
Well, let's take a look-see. Why don't you have another gander?
That's the evidence.
Go on, shut your bitch ass up. I reckon. Okay, well, thanks, cops. What? What? Harvest Fire. Oh, this is like the on-the-ground version of the game we played yesterday.
Sorry, Steve. After I'm through here, I've got cleaning to do. Rush, rush.
Where you like that? Oh, sick.
I don't converse on the job, Steve.
This is like every dream I've had.
Don't bother me, I'm sketching. Oh, look what you made me do!
Why did they do
Hello,
this?
Steve. Welcome to the House of Flame, as we like to call it. Oh, cut it out, Spots, honestly. Once he gets barking, a good piece of meat is the only way to shut him up. There you go, Spot.
There's the mouth he used to eat it.
So, Steve, bet you don't remember me. Heard about that short in the old wiring. I'm Fire Marshal Sparky, head of your fire department. Don't be such a party pooper, Steve.
Why are you sketching
We're
nude
talking
man?
about art. Besides, we haven't had a fire in Harvest since the newspaper building burned down. Though I'll admit that the Wasp Woman's place is one big accident waiting to happen. Isn't that right, Spots?
Accelerated hound.
Some people think all we do is sit around, sketching fetching examples of manhood for our own amusement. Nothing could be further from the truth. Why, just the other day we cited Tetsu a Crumb for fire code violations. All the dried out paper wasp nests clustered around our wooden house. Why, it's a chem log just waiting for the right faggot. Believe me, no one wants to see another fiasco.
You can't keep doing this.
Fire. A dreadful affair. You wouldn't think that a brick and steel building with a sprinkler system could go up that quickly. Art enriches the community, Steve. No less than a pulsing fire hose or a fireman beating down a blazing door. So what if we're drawing a nude man? So what if all we ever draw is a nude man, or the same nude man over and over in all sorts of provocative positions?
Okay.
Come again?
I just did,
Come
dog.
again?
You're pretty demanding now.
Bye-bye.
That fucking same sound sample.
I don't converse on the job, Steve.
Sure was a different time. Okay, let's fuck some ass. Newspaper. After the extreme fire? Nope, I would like Edna's Diner. This room, nope, just go in there.
Hi, what's your name?
Karen,
What are you doing?
playing. My mom is working, so I gotta stay out of her hair. Wanna play?
Not now, maybe later.
Fuck no.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Save, they say.
Oh, Steve, what are you doing? Sneaking up on me
Stream
like
some
that?
Smite. Why would I ever do
For a
that?
second I thought you were Mr. Johnson.
Is this his girl wife?
What would you like to order?
Who the fuck
Well,
are you?
you're in Edna's Diner. That ought to be your first clue.
Are you?
I thought this was
Diner?
DNA's diner.
Very funny. If certain customers would stop pretending to have amnesia and order some food, maybe I could afford to get that sign fixed. Might even be able to buy enough extra letters to spell Fitzpatrick.
I'm not pretending.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old.
Oh, it's too old to be getting married.
Stop by anytime, Steve.
And you're right. It's time to make my move. Fuck. It's time to make my move. I'm gonna make my move.
Oh my God! Help! Murderer! Murderer!
How'd they catch him? Worth it. Yeah, one shot that idiot. So weak.
What were you
Kids
thinking?
are so shit.
Attacking someone like that, with so many witnesses around. You'll have plenty of time to think about it, boy.
That fucking lodge got.
Somebody help me!
It's like he doesn't know
People want
these are the
from me.
consequences for murdering people.
Too late for that, boy. Ain't it, Sergeant?
Sheriff, answers may only be found in the lodge, and you must be alive to seek them.
You gotta be not dead to. Even that is. They got a heart radar. Yeah, he's dead. He's not. We're not picking him up. Look at this bored eyeball. Not even the Taj Mahal could cheer up the skeleton head.
Hello there, Steve. Here for lunch?
Well, you're fast.
No, just here looking around. Though I'm not entirely sure where here is.
Oh, I forgot. You're playing your little amnesia prank. Well, boy, this is DNA's Diner. Isn't that right, Edna?
Don't listen
I
to
already
Sheriff
fucking-
Wayne. This is Edna's Diner. But ever since the E burned out on the sign, they've been giving me a hard time.
Now, don't be like that, Edna. It's a great place to eat, which is good, since it's the only place to eat in Harvest. Say what? Stop on.
Oh, Steve, what are you doing? Sneaking up on me like that. God, for a second I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order? Well, you're in Edna.
I'm not.
If you, There isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve. You should be grateful that she's promised you her hand.
I don't remember that happening, Edna.
Honestly, you men are so... Stop by anytime, Steve.
Moon River. Oh, yeah. The Indians are fucking drinking and smoking. No one's operating the cameras. Oh, did an awesome fart.
Hey, sport. This is a private office.
Yeah, I know,
Nice
Mr.
reverse. Wire.
I own and
Reverse
operate
mullet.
this station. Have you brought me some news for tonight's broadcast, or...
I've lost my memory. That's news.
The hell it is! You always were a kidder, Steve. Any real news to tell me?
Actually, I was just wanting to know more about the TV station.
Hey, WHAR is the only television station in Harvest.
What is it good for?
Since the old Sentinel went under, what with the newspaper building burning down and all, we're golden. Nobody competes with us, sport. Partners. I run the whole show solo, pal.
Is that so? Well, perhaps I could still lend you a hand if I were to I fucking tricked you. You thought I was fucked up and nervous about fucking you up, but I still won against you. Feeling pretty good. I like that his head twisted. Let that go for the rest of you.
Stay tuned. So don't go away. And what's your name, hombre?
Hombre?
Steve.
Steve's a swell name. My dog's name is Steve. Would you like my autograph, Steve?
Yep.
Here you go, then. Violence? What about it?
What's it all about?
Violence
I got this
is as
kid at
American
home
as
who's
apple
watching this
pie
shit,
and
so-
low SAT scores. Where would we be right now if the cowboys hadn't gone out west and butchered innocent people to steal their land? Answer me that, Mr. Know-It-All.
But what about studies that have shown that children become more violent when watching violence?
Buckaroo, I rip the guts out of godless heathen Injuns. Most kids don't see godless heathen Injuns on a regular basis, and if they do, they better either get their eyes checked.
Yeah, I
or
hope
do
he's
like
actually
old
killing these
Grain Cider and
people.
shoot the Jesus out
Hope
of them.
he's actually killing
Unless
these
they wanna
people, and
go
that's why there's
untreated
such a
for
line.
psychotic hallucinations, or wind up
They
with
go
their
through like
scalps
30
hanging from
Indians a
buckskin
day.
belt. Oh,
Yeah.
Shit! Ow!
Sick.
Shit on a stickeroo!
He cussed. Oh shit.
The parents that are griping about violence on TV are the same parents that go outside in the morning to fetch their papers, secure in the knowledge that they won't get an arrow through the noodle because the violence they hate so much done cleared the engines out of the neighborhood.
Yeah, civilization has benefited from violence. But should violence be treated as entertainment?
Yeah.
Check my
It should.
rating, son. Violence is entertainment. I just put it on the
Violence
air.
is awesome.
If some kid watches, that says something about the kid, not me. Now, excuse me, we're going back on the air.
And we're live in 3. Yeah, do we get these? We should pick up these fags. Is it still fag if you smoke the whole thing? I thought it was a fag just... Yeah, I think it is. Can I do those? You cannot. Upload this? I don't think anyone wants to see video games. Okay, save first, for Christ. Yo, fuck you! Look how small you piece of shit Indians are. I could fuck all of you to death. Ed Gein? Whoa.
Steve, good of you to drop by, big guy. Haven't seen you since graduation. A lot of changes, I hear.
You could say that.
Good, good. That's a nice part of my job. Turning fine young men and women out into the world, and then watching them prosper. Of course, I was able to reach more people at the old Sentinel, God bless her. But then again, I never got to see the results of my work up close before.
Who are you?
You know very well I'm Mr. Harold, principal of Gein Memorial.
Harold.
Steve, I've heard about this amnesia nonsense. I had hoped you'd
We
be in
didn't
the
teach that
lodge
here.
by now, fine young fellow like yourself. But now, I think maybe you need a little more quality time.
Like what? What are we saying here?
What do you mean, quality time?
What does that mean?
Some, like Miss Whaley, favor stern discipline, corporal punishment, as a means of socialization. Myself, I temper discipline with
Look at that
love.
smile. I'm very interested.
Quality time.
Look at all the
can be
red
such
dots
a
on his
warm,
head.
sharing
He's
experience. After just a few sessions, you'd stop this amnesia nonsense and become a productive member of society.
Twitchman's blood.
And a fit candidate for the lodge.
He's got
Big
connections
guy,
though.
Borrowing some quality time. The greatest gift I can bestow upon you as your former principal is a word of advice. Join the Order of the Harvest Moon at any cost. Within the lodge lies your future, and without dust.
Big guy.
Why do you keep calling me big guy?
Oh,
A
I
sign of
heard
respect,
the
lad.
rumors.
As principal, my station is higher than yours now, but you never know what the future holds. So you should always hedge your bets and pay tribute to your inferiors. You never know who will come to power. If that were the case, you'd be my... Oops, you just lost me.
I don't understand that. What?
Surely mine is the most important position in Harvest. The ability to mold young minds. That's power. You might think Sheriff Dwayne's the most important man here.
It's me.
Drop in again soon. Adult education is a wonderful thing, as is adult quality time.
I think this generation is too puss-bun to make games like this ever again. Like this! Yeah. How's that for quality time? You can go to the store, motherfucker! They don't want you. No one want... Ah! Fucking... How did they find out about this? Please. Oh, I started leaving.
Somebody help me!
This is fucked up. Does no one understand?
What do you people want from me?
Too late for that, boy. Ain't it, Sergeant?
Indeed it is, Sheriff. Answers may only be found in the lodge, and you must be alive.
God. I hope he's okay. This is the guy from Workaholics. Again with this? Meat plant. I hit them all there. Yet somehow... The thumbnail for the stream is funny? There's a thumbnail? Like what?
Steve,
what we saying there?
How's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say. Though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Oh, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now
He's
you're
just
saying
clearly
you don't remember your pal
Cat.
Riley? What exactly is wrong with your dad?
I don't know. I can't get in to see him. What's with all the cats? This a slaughterhouse or a kennel?
They're just
Oh,
watching.
them? They eat the scraps, that's all.
Alright, it's fine.
Yeah,
Nothing
but
fucking
look at... Isn't there some kind of health department that keeps tabs on these things?
Are you going to work at the health department, Steve? Or here? Maybe I get sick of do-gooder busybodies sucking around here all the time. A man's up to his elbows in guts all day, every day. What more do they want from him?
Look, I'm not kidding about the amnesia.
Do you know anything
Why
about
won't
my
anyone
amnesia?
believe
You
me?
deal with a lot
Well,
of
you
meat.
always were such a kidder, Steve.
Funny how that's beginning to sound like a stock answer. Like it was coached.
You sure are acting like a kidder, son.
Yeah,
With your
what a
dad,
fucking
you're
kidder.
gonna need to start behaving like an adult. Especially if you're gonna take over the family business.
Which is
You may
what?
come to realize that this business is not for everybody.
Cat
Just
guardians.
ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication and a strong stomach.
Just getting a good look at that.
A lot of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails, I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher. course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it? Don't be such a stranger, Steve. And my best to your dad.
I'm the best at being... The Splotch? This used to be a kitty cat.